Well, it has been about a year since I have recorded our first Mevo church live stream setup and have been promising for a while that we would do an update. And so after actually this last Sunday, I felt pretty good about where we are at currently to show you an idea of where we are, what we've changed, and kind of take you along on how we got to where we are. So want to take a couple of minutes here. I'm not going to go through the complete setup. If you're wanting the details of that, then check out the previous video to this one, and it walks you through a little more of the specifics. But what I want to concentrate on this video is the updates from where we left off in that last one. So not going to go into the details of connections and different things like that, but want to focus in on how we have incorporated our presentation software, what we are showing on that screen, and putting out into our live stream. Feel pretty good about where we are and what we've done. And so just want to share with you where we are at in that process. So I'll cut to that part and then we'll come back together and give you kind of a quick recap. So, all right, stay tuned. All right, so here we are in the sound and media booth. We have this here at the back of our sanctuary. You'll see we've got two laptops and then our soundboard. This first laptop here controls our presentation software. We use ProPresenter 7.1, and then the second laptop for our streaming software, we run Ecamm Live, and we've tried OBS, didn't work as well for us. This is far easier for me to figure out. It worked well with how my mind thinks, I guess. So just kind of quickly show you here what we've got going on. On this computer, I've got our announcement loop set up and running. And so you'll see it there on the front screen. And then you also see it as the main view coming through on our streaming software. So this is what would be seen on the live stream. So our announcement loop is a full media it overlays on top of the video. So if I come over here and stop our announcement loop, it clears it up there on the front screen, and then it's set up to, now we're just got a video. And so I mentioned we've got 3 cameras, and I'll kind of quickly scroll through those with you. We have numerous scenes set up, and it's easier to see on a stream deck here how it is instead of scrolling through. So top layer, you'll see front, back, and side, and those scenes are set up to where whatever ProPresenter is sending over, and it's sending that media as an NDI source, and whether it is full media or just lyrics, it's sending that over. And so these 3 scenes are designed for that full media. So when it is like that announcement loop, it would cover that entire screen. And so front, middle, or front, back, and side. And again, those are repeated, but cropped in and zoomed in on a couple of these. So I'll show you here. So here's the front, and you'll see it's zoomed in, but with kind of this area up here on the left. So if we show like message slides, those would come through in that picture-in-picture kind of look. So I'll click this first one, and you see it's showing up there on that front screen. And then right here, it's shown over the shoulder. And we have different scenes set up for the back. I'll click that. We have it down in the bottom. And then we've got a side view, and it's another over the shoulder type view. So it works, that's how when we're showing sermon slides, those are the views we show. And then this bottom row of scenes, these are camera only. So anything that ProPresenter is sending over, they are kind of canceled. That overlay is not programmed into those scenes. So no matter what view we click on any of those, that media does not come through. Now, as soon as I hit like our front main one, if it's a full media, that's what it shows and looks like, no matter which scene I select. It is just going to remain the same. Now, I'm going to go ahead and clear that out, and I will go to a song right here. So you'll notice here the first slide of it is a background, and you'll notice that does not come through. But if I click the lyrics of the next slide, you'll see that just the lyrics in a lower third come through. But up on the front, it's background image in addition to the lyrics. I know it's a little hard to see, but that's what we've got set up there. So how do these scenes look? Maybe this will kind of help you as I'm trying to explain what's going on here. So these are our first row, is what I was talking about. If I go to the front, if I go to the back, or if I go to the side, those lyrics stay as a lower third. This middle row of scenes, these were the ones that were kind of an over-the-shoulder, picture-in-picture type look. So you'll see what'll happen here as I hit this first one. Those lower thirds now go as up in the upper kind of left side. If I go to the back, they're down here in the bottom corner. And again, to the side, they're over the shoulder again. So what that is ProPresenter sent, and we have it just cropped into those sides. So if it's lower third lyric, or if it is a media like sermon slides, let me grab another one and show you here, and clicking it now, and so you'll see how that comes back. Hopefully that makes sense. For the longest time, we kind of stayed away from NDI. So what we were using is bringing Mevo multicam, using the iPad that you see there, switching camera views from within in there, cropping and zooming and things like that. And then it was brought in as a webcam source. And that worked fine, but it was super clunky. And if we had like this over-the-shoulder type stuff, it was a little more tedious for the camera operator to kind of crop and zoom and adjust and things like that. So we did the update to NDI and tried it this last Sunday, and it worked great. Had no issues. So we're going to kind of keep running in this direction. I don't know. I mean, we're trying to again, try to keep things simple. Our setup does not change week to week. So cameras don't change positions. You know, the one there in the front hanging from the ceiling, the one over off the wall, and the one back here in the back on the wall. They don't change positions. So we're able to set these scenes. These crops and zooms should stay the same. So it's just a matter of turning everything on, make sure everything's working, and we are good to go. Our experience with NDI in the past was that it would kind of freeze or drop frames, and it was super problematic. So we steered away from that, and we used the multicam app with the iPad and brought it in as a webcam. Was accomplishing similar results, but a lot more clunky. We think we got it set up now in such a way that shouldn't be problematic. So hopefully that all makes sense. Again, sound still routed through soundboard. All of our three Mevo cameras are brought in as NDI cameras. And in eCam, you see what cameras you have available. So you'll see our 3 cameras and then our ProPresenter is a fourth NDI source. So that's how we're able to accomplish, whether it's an overlay, picture-in-picture, or whatever. And in fact, let me go back to a song here. And again, you'll see that as a picture-in-picture in the upper left. I'm going to change to one of our main views, and you'll see it as a lower third. If I kind of hover over here, you're able to see this song lyrics come through, and they are full picture. You'll see kind of that there. So they're clear background, lower thirds, so the camera is able to be seen through it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here and kind of go back over a quick replay or recount. All right, well, hopefully that makes sense. Might have forgotten a couple of things. So if you have questions about what we're doing and how we set it up, I'm happy to answer those questions. Happy to record another video that goes into a little more detail. However, there are tons of Pro Presenter tutorials on how to do what we're doing. So, I'm happy to kind of show our setup and how we did it, but I don't know as it's completely necessary. I understand that each church and their setup is a little unique. This is what we found that's working for ours. And the way we are set up right now, you saw the Stream Deck on that other laptop. So if I don't have 3 volunteers that Sunday, but I've got my sound person and my person that runs the slides, the sound person's able with that Stream Deck to just change scenes as we need to, and that works pretty well. We try to look for and find opportunities for people to serve, and so we like to have 3 people back here, and we want to keep things simple enough so that it's not so overwhelming that somebody feels like they can't do this. And so we've been able to, on a couple of occasions, in an extreme pinch, show somebody really quickly, hey, these are the buttons, this is what it does, and a few minutes before service, and they were able to kind of pull it off and do okay. So that's not how we like to operate, but if you serve in a church or you run church ministries, that sometimes things just happen and you've got to work with what you got. So in thinking about that, that's why we set things up the way we do. We want it to be user-friendly, volunteer-friendly, and I kind of take the complicated stuff and set it up beforehand, so it's something that if I happen to be gone or planning ahead of time that I'm going to be gone, somebody's able to turn on the computers and do some things and be able to run things without dependent on somebody with an IT degree or something to run this. We want to keep things simple, so that's how we're doing this, and I feel like we're increasing the quality of what we are producing. I think probably out of anything right now, we want to improve our audio. It's hard to do a good mix when you've got instruments and vocals and trying to get that to come through in a well-balanced, clean sounding stream. And so if I'm going to pick anything apart in what we're doing, it would be the music aspect of what we're doing. What has helped is this camera that's right there. We do have a choir mic mounted on it that captures room audio, and it is mixed into our live stream audio. So that helps kind of balance things out, blends the voices a little bit more, and obviously captures some of what's happening in the room as well. So we're learning as we go. As I talked about in the other video, we are not experts. Some of this stuff, unfortunately, we're figuring out as we've gone along and talking to other people. And so I just wanted to try and get this information out to others that are in the same position we are. We are a small church with very limited funds. And so you get creative and you try and figure things out. So that's one of the reasons why we've stayed with Mevo. They work well in our application. They are not terribly expensive compared to other options that are out there. They update things, and we're happy that they are servicing this product still and with good results. So that's our setup. That's our updates. Please check out that other video. It goes into a little more detail as far as routing and a little more specifics on the equipment we're using and things like that. So hopefully that helps. Again, leave comments or send me an email. My email is listed in the channel information, and I'm happy to try and answer those for you. So good luck in what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. It matters. It really does. I know the people that can attend in person appreciate the effort we do, and then our reach is also beyond our church, and we're happy about that. So keep doing what you're doing. Hang in there, and God bless. Thanks for watching.